We're in northern Germany, in the second largest city of Germany, in Hamburg. Incredible harbor city, one of the oldest cities, beautiful architecture. It's had a lot of history from the early beginnings, and then during the war, it was one of the major battleship manufacturers during the war in Germany. And it has a revitalization. It was just voted the #1 city in Germany. Very sustainable, very green. Right behind me, the famous House of Hamburg Hotel. And we're going to go on a harbor cruise. I'm on the pedestrian overpass just right at the entrance of the harbor. And the pedestrian overpass, like in Paris, like in London, it's the Lovers Bridge. And right behind me, you see all the Lovers Locks sets. All these Lovers Locks, which certainly adds a lot of weight to the bridge. One of the famous things here in Hamburg, besides hamburgers, is currywurst, which is basically the European German wiener with curry sauce. Really good. Right behind me is the Rathaus, or their city hall, or their Hotel de Ville in Paris that you would call. It's one of the most impressive city halls I've ever seen. It's one of the largest in Germany as well. Just beautiful style, very almost chateau style. Right behind me is Hamburg's Rathaus, or their city hall. It's one of the most impressive and actually largest city halls in Germany. Beautiful architecture and design. And this impressive plaza behind me is, where all the gathering of the hamburgers, I guess, that all meet. So I'm with Nicola, our guide today, and impressive brick warehouse in Hamburg. Tell us about this area that we're seeing behind you.
Behind me, that is the so-called warehouse city, the Speicherstadt in German. It was built mainly at the end of the 19th century until the 20s of the 20th century. Originally, it was used to store goods. All the typical colonial goods were stored there, such as tea, coffee, cocoa, spices, and so on, wood. Today, that's not the case anymore.
Most of them are changed into condominiums or offices.
Right.
Yeah.
About 25% of the buildings are still in use to store goods. And of these 25% today, the vast majority is occupied by carpet dealers.
Oh, really?
Oriental rugs,
yes.
Oriental carpets, that is what is stored there. And many tourist attractions moved in there as well as offices.
No, a lot of people don't realize Hamburg was the major port, a trading port, coffee, chocolate, tea,
Right,
and
spices.
spices, and from Hamburg it went to the rest of Europe.
Right, that's
Yes.
correct, yes.
Yes.
About 100 years ago, at the beginning of the 20th century, we were the third largest port worldwide.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yeah, today we are not.
But you're still the largest container port to Eastern Europe
Yes.
and to Russia.
That's right. Eastern Europe, Scandinavia as well, Russia are important trading partners, but our most important trading partner is a bit more in the Far East. That's China.
Yes, China.
China's number one for Hamburg.
Just like Vancouver, China's important too.
China's important to everybody, isn't it?
Thank you. So Nicola, we've come to one of the most famous parts of the warehouse district, the coffee roasting house. So tell me about this place.
Right, Kaffeerösterei in German, coffee roasting house, sounds similar. Coffee is or was one of the main products that were stored here in the warehouse city, which also belongs to UNESCO World Heritage today. And the Kaffeerösterei is one of the last ones still working. They are still roasting the coffee there, and they also have a cafe, of course.
Is it family owned?
Yes, it's family owned, and they do some roasting, and then the air.
Yeah,
is full of the smell.
I can smell the roasting. So this whole warehouse district has been UNESCO protected since July for 2 months.
Right, it's very new. We are very recently. I think we are one of the youngest members on the UNESCO World Heritage.
So out of all this old warehouse district, are there quite a few still tea and coffee merchants still that are housed in these buildings?
Yes, you find some of the coffee dealers here as well as the tea dealers, which are in Hamburg already since the 18th century. Since then they were importing tea from the tea-producing countries to Europe via the port of Hamburg, and some of them still have their offices here, yes.
Well, I can't wait. I love my tea, but I also love coffee. Let's go in.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm with Felix Hopson, marketing from the coffee roaster in Hamburg here. Tell me about this building. It's from 1906. It's one of the famous warehouses here.
Yeah, well, it's the warehouse district in Hamburg. So that it has been used for a long time to store all the goods that come to the harbor, like coffee, like cocoa. Also the carpets that come from all over the world, they were stored here for a very long time. So actually it is only since recent times that it has been used commercially. Well, commercially in a way that people come here and buy here, because before that it has always been part of
just for trade.
Just for trade,
Yeah,
it has been
that's
tax-free. That means the things that were stored here, they have not been taxed yet. This is why it has always been under a specific law, and only since recent it has been changed. The part of the harbor that is tax-free has moved, and this part is now for commercial use.
So this space here, is it multi-generation? It was originally a coffee roasting, and is this still the same family that runs?
No.
No, okay.
Actually, this place, as you see it now, is a recent invention of two people that have been in the coffee business for a long time. They are both second generation in the coffee business. One is coming from the part where they roast. Well, the knowledge that he gets from his family passed down is the roasting part. The other one is in the raw coffee trade. Of course, it's always it combines.
Yeah.
But they're both second generation. They knew a lot about coffee before they started this business. And here it was their dream to say, what would a dream coffee roastery look like? A roastery that gives you the feeling of the tradition of this international business. And so they found this perfect place to do that. And they just build it in a way that you can sense the coffee.
Yeah, because you have the coffee roastery here,
right
and then you have the cafe here as well.
Right. So it's something that goes for the people that come here. They can sense the coffee with all their senses.
As soon as you walk in, you can smell it.
Yeah, that's the first.
It's a great aroma. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, we're in Hamburg. It's the Friday morning market at Eppendorf, just about 10 minutes out of city center. It runs between two subway stations underneath the subway, and where you have fresh fish, clothing, vegetables, flowers, spices. It's quite an incredible market, Friday mornings. Well, we're leaving Hamburg. We're in the Hauptbahnhof, which is the main central station. It's really an incredible structure of steel and glass, which was built in 1906. It's the largest train station in Germany. There's actually 4 train stations in Hamburg, but this is the central one. What was very touching is outside of this train station is the refugee camp where a lot of the Syrians and political asylum refugees that are staying, and there's about 1,000 a day coming into Hamburg, and from here a lot of them are going up to the Nordic countries. Sweden, which I just found out, has a very large Syrian and Lebanese population and community up there. So next stop, Dresden.